Alright guys, I'm in the fight money chair. Normally I only talk about money when I'm in this chair, but I got my financial numbers. I'm gonna talk about the money later on, but I just got an update. I had to post immediately, alright? That guy, Paul Joe Kuruku, aka Tony Kuruku, the alleged MMA fighter that was beating up the kid. Now I have more information. Still unconfirmed. Actually, this information is partially confirmed and unconfirmed. I'll give you the confirmed part first. The confirmed part. The kid that was being beaten up in the video is actually 17 years old. In addition to that, when Tony or AKA Paul Caruco went to their house, it was 3 a.m. in the morning, and they were, I guess, having a party or just finished having a party. Then he broke into the house and proceeded to open a can of whoop on the young 17-year-old man. I was thinking 13, 14 because I used the word teenager, but the guy is actually 17, almost 18. So, yeah, so he's a big kid. But still, I'm not saying the beatdown was right. I'm just saying that I have his correct age now. Last video I said he was either 14, 15, but now I know his exact age is 17. That's confirmed information. Tony's arrested. I already told you what he was charged with. And now for the unconfirmed part. YouTube user, at least several of them, told me that it was because the kid stole some pills. So initially, one of the YouTube users, multiple of them said that this guy sells steroids at the gyms that he works out of. But in this case, it turns out it wasn't a steroid. It wasn't steroids, unconfirmed. Turns out it was his bipolar medication. So I reached out to the National Association of Mental Illness Alliance, and the particular medication, I believe I can't forget the name of the medication. Oh my goodness, it's not Prozac. It's some kind of Zac, but a particular medication he's on. The withdrawal symptoms include, get this, convulsions, seizures, and also immediate breakdown or reversal of the person's condition. So if he's bipolar and they stole his medicine and he's between dosage, the withdrawal symptoms could have given him severe health issues. Also, not excluding death, because I know people who are on some medications, like the guys who take ADD medication or medication for depression, that type of stuff. They've told me that in the past that if they stop taking the medicine, they would have seizures or possibly heart attack. Or if they want to get off the medicine, the doctor has to cycle them down. So like Anderson Silver, that was taking depressants during that time, while his leg was broken, that type of stuff. His doctor probably had to cycle him down because your body becomes so dependent on producing. I believe it's a part of your brain here and here, and your body's become so dependent on producing on this drug, making you produce excess serotonin. So basically, they're the small molecules that float up into a pump. So your brain only produces a certain amount of chemicals, and that's based on the food that you eat. So if there's a chemical shortage, what these drugs do is they'll go in and they'll block up the part of the brain that recycle these chemicals, and then you'll have so because it's not recycling, the excess will build up and it'll be readily available. So block the receptor sites, the excess is readily available, and then afterwards, once the block receptor drug, once it wears away, then you return to normal and until your next dosage, and that keeps you leveled. And then some of these other medications they have synthetic stuff that works with your brain, but it affects different parts of the brain here and here, I believe. There's another fellow YouTube user. His name is Doctor something another. He'll break it down for you. But nonetheless, so basically, when he broke into that house and was putting the can of whoop on that boy, he was actually in desperate need of his medication. And from my understanding, at 3 o'clock in the morning, and if you missed your dose, if he takes his dosage before bedtime and it's way past his dosage, then he's gonna have some serious issues. Shakes, mental breakdown, and reversal of conditions. So he also said in his testimony when the cops interviewed him that he did not remember doing any of those things. The last thing he remembered was not being able to get his medicine or something like that, and then blacking out. Or the last, let me back up. The last thing he remembered was blacking out. to not being able to get the medicine. That's my pure speculation. So that's the information that I've gleaned together from all my fellow YouTube users. That's still in the pipeline to be confirmed when the trial goes forward. As you know, Philly.com and other newspapers in the area will get more information. We'll find it out. But there's always two sides to every story. So apparently, if he hadn't gotten his medication and gotten the dosage, he probably would have had a seizure, or his mental condition would have reverted and he'd have had a serious bipolar breakdown, which would probably not have been good. Heart attack, stroke, whatever. Not the withdrawal symptoms from that drug was severe, so he was probably in panic mode, saying, "Hey, you guys have my drugs. I want it. Where's my? I'm gonna whoop some to somebody, give him my stuff." So that's probably what that was. So, but needless to say, I'm not defending him, because he could have called the cops, had the cops come over and try and get his medicine back from them, or try and reach out to his physician, or try and go to the emergency room to get a dose. There were other avenues he could have taken, but I could see why he was in such a panic mode and why he did that. And he said he wasn't thinking clearly. But there's always other avenues he could have taken. But I just want to present both sides of the story, because I want to be as unbiased as possible. It's my goal to be a good MMA journalist / YouTube reporter from the fight chair. So peace out, guys.